All right, so this here's my brand new Les Paul Custom. Well, brand new to me. It's a 2013 Les Paul Custom. Groovers, block inlays, double binding, black beauty. And I got it used. So it does have a pick guard. And I do intend to use the pick guard, although not this one. I know it's silly, but I want to keep this original one to the guitar intact the way it is. And those aren't that expensive, so I just ordered another one, like a new Gibson brand, just black one, that I'll just throw on it. Now I hadn't planned to be making a video about this guitar so quickly, because I just got it yesterday. Normally I just play guitars for a few days before I do anything with them, especially now. But according to the owner, this guitar wasn't played very much, and it sure looks like it. It looks pristine. Like there's, I think, one tiny little nick in the back, but that's no big deal. But pretty well, it looks pristine all over. You can tell it hasn't been used very much. Like there's no wear marks on any of the gold or anything like that. There's like none of this is rubbed off. There's no wear marks from really playing it, so I can tell it hasn't. It's just been sitting in a case. It plays okay. Could use a tiny little setup, and I wasn't even planning to do that, but of course, won't stay in tune. Now there's a couple of reasons I think this is happening. So this pick guard actually fell off because the little nut that holds it in the center there, little screw and nut on the back side that hold it against that just worked its way loose. So I'm guessing those tuners are probably loose, but also look at how much string is, like barely any string there. So I'm gonna I can't stand to play it. I can't stand to play it the way it is when I know there's just a couple of quick things I can do to fix this. So just gonna whip these strings off, even though they feel like fresh and brand new. Yeah, this is what I want to have to do every time I do up a set of strings. Pull out a friggin' pair of pliers. Oh yeah, loose, super loose. Okay, those feel solid. Now the other thing that felt a bit loose to me were the actual tuners themselves. You can tighten up those screws there, and it just sort of tightens up the action of how freely it spins. And I myself prefer to go for a tighter feeling action, because the less freely it spins, the more likely it is to stay where it is, or where you put it. And some of these feel quite loose. Spin this over. Oh, that's not too bad. Let's put some nut sauce in here. And I like to put it on the saddles too. Got the strings on. I've had to raise those up so that there's just a tiny little bit of clearance under the strings so that they're not touching the bridge. Got the tuners tightened up. Put 11s on it. I think there was probably 11s on it before. It felt like it. Didn't feel like a set of 10s. Although it might have felt that way because you had the tailpiece cranked down so far, putting so much tension on that. In tune. Let's see what the measurements are. Oh, that's way too high. Yeah, that's touching 7/64. And this here is between 5 and 6/64, so way too high. That's better. 5/64. That's now running over 4. Bring that down to closer to 3. That's probably all right where it is. Now we're talking 3/64. Wicked, perfect intonation. Hey, pick up heights, pick up height, pick up height. It's gonna be right out of sight. Pick up height, pick up height. It's gonna be out of sight. Look out. Here comes the pickup height. Pickup height, pickup height. I measure it off the end of my screwdriver. 12 thousandths, 12 thousandths. Let's see if we can find 12 thousandths. 12 thousandths. There you go. That looks beautiful to go. Look out, it didn't need much to go. Okay. I'm just going to leave the pickguard off for now because I've got a new one coming. It's going to be here tomorrow. New knobs. Y'all know how I hate the speed knobs, so I'm just going to put the strap locks on, and that'll be in the second part of this video, which being a day for me and half a second for you. All right. Well, for you, it's 2 seconds later. For me, it's an entire day later. I think this will probably... Oh, that's much better. And so, because I'm recording a little bit of video right now on the camera, I figured we could use this as behind the scenes footage.
Yeah, sure.
This is my guitar teacher, everyone. We're not running any mics out of the camera. He's kindly agreed to demo my new Les Paul Custom because we're going to do a video together soon about the benefit of having a guitar teacher. So I thought this would be a good way to introduce Francis to the channel. He's got his own YouTube videos as well. And We'll put links and all that kind of stuff in the description for his YouTube channel. But for the time being, we'll introduce you to my guitar teacher, Francis, who's, well, you're going to try the guitar first, right? So
yeah,
try it before we start recording anything on the actual...